Love you.
All right, everybody. Welcome to yet another episode of Brad and Mira for the Culture, the Otherppl podcast's weekly pop culture assessment. I'm Brad Listi, joined as always by my friend and co-host, Mira Gonzalez. Hello, Mira.
Hello, Bradley. How are we doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm very excited that this week's episode is made possible by Penguin Press, publisher of Where Are You Really From?, the debut story collection by Elaine Shea Chow, the critically acclaimed author of Disorientation, which I think should pique your interest, Mira. A book called Disorientation feels like it's made for you.
Yeah, I'm disoriented all the time, including right now.
Yeah, I feel like she stole your title. That's going to be the title of your eventual memoir.
Damn, I'm going to have to sue her.
So Where Are You Really From? Is the debut story collection from Elaine Shea Chow, and it is a multi-genre collection that explores the limits and possibilities of storytelling.
Very nice. I love to do that, exploring the limits and possibilities of storytelling. It's what we do every day here on this podcast as well.
Yeah, that's right. That's what this podcast is all about. Where Are You Really From? Features 6 singular stories and a novella. And these stories and this novella pivot from the terrible to the beautiful to the surreal. I think we do that too on this show.
Yeah, we have a lot in common with this book and this author.
Maybe we should have Elaine on this show.
Yeah. Elaine, do you have any pop culture niche interests? Let us know.
I got to believe she does. She's written an acclaimed debut story collection that confronts the slipperiness of truth. Again, the book is called Where Are You Really From? The debut story collection by Elaine Shea Chow, available from Penguin Press.
Check it out.
And I also want to give a quick plug to my company, DeepDive, which is live. It's out there.
It's out there. It's live. It's available. You can see it. You can hear it. You can listen to it.
You can feel it.
You can feel it.
DeepDive is a new learning platform, specializes in the creation of educational audio courses. The debut course from DeepDive is called How to Write a Novel, and it features more than 50 hours of never-before-heard insight, inspiration, and instruction from nearly 4 dozen of today's most celebrated contemporary authors, including Emily St. John Mandel, Melissa Broder, Stephen Graham Jones, Jonathan Evison, Kimberly King Parsons, Juliet Escoria, Deb Olin Unferth. The list goes on. Ingrid Rojas Contreras, Vivi Ganeshananthan, Tiffany Clark Harrison, Antoine Wilson, Matt Bell. Yeah.
I mean, damn. It just goes on and on. You've got all the best.
Yeah. And we've been doing well. The launch started on August 12th, and the launch sale ends on Friday, September 12th. So as of right now, you can still get How to Write a Novel at 25% off over at www.deepdive.audio. I'm hoping, like I'm trying to reach my goal, and I need 30 more sales to reach my goal.
30 more sales. All right. So listeners, you heard it here first. We need to get Brad 30 more sales. So if just 30 of you paid Brad some money, then we would get 30 more sales. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your uncle, tell your cousin, tell your estranged father, tell everybody, because 30 more sales is not that much. It's not that much. I think we can get you there.
It's not too much to ask. Just 30.
Yeah. Brad will do whatever is necessary. He'll do anything. He's willing to debase himself.
I will promise you that I will not send you feet pics if you buy my course.
Or he will send you feet pics if that's what you're into.
I'll do whatever it takes to...
we've had a public stance here of being hygienic about one's feet, so Brad's feet probably aren't even that gross.
They're really not. I take good care of them.
See? Takes good care of them. We've gotten pedicures together before, so if you do want feet pics, I'm just going to say on Brad's behalf, he's absolutely willing to send those.
www.deepdive.audio. This is the first Deep Dive commercial ever to involve the threat of feet pics, I believe. So
the first, but certainly not the last.
So I think we should flag the fact, Mira, that we saw each other in the wild over the weekend. We went
We
to
did.
Melissa Broder. Many of our listeners will be familiar with Melissa.
Featured on DeepDive Audio.
She is an instructor in how to write a novel, by the way. So she is a buddy of ours and a great writer. And it was her birthday, and she invited us to karaoke.
That's right. And we went to karaoke together. We left the house when it was nighttime outside, which I think for both of us is pretty rare. But we do it for Melissa because we love her. And it was so like loud, and like it was like one of those karaoke rooms that you rent. So it was like everyone was kind of seated around the wall. So like Brad, like I think we said maybe like 2 words to each other the whole time.
Yeah, it was like very loud and chaotic, and there were a lot of people there. And again, like there were like benches along the periphery of the room, and then the kind of karaoke singer would then kind of occupy the center as like the stage. And Mira was sitting like at an angle from me across the room, and we sort of like waved at each other multiple times. We were texting like we normally do, but it was like so loud, there's no chance of us even having a conversation.
Yeah, I just kind of like got in there and like saw the seat closest to me was like a seat next to Nikki, Melissa's husband, and I just like sat my ass down next to Nikki, and I was like, "You want to share this edible?" Like, all right, perfect, let's do it.
Yeah, I felt like you were really stoned. You looked like a lizard. You had like the lizard eyes. You were really high.
Yeah, I was really stoned. I had like maybe like a half of a beer. I like wasn't even planning on drinking, but I Ubered there simply because I was like, I want to be like as stoned as I could possibly be for this. That's like going to karaoke, definitely not going to be like a regular level of stoned.
Were you nervous about having to sing?
No, not in particular. I mean, like I like when I was there, I could see that like if I were to go up there and sing a song, like it would probably be kind of nerve-wracking. But like, I don't know. I like come from a family of people who like will just bust out and like sing a song out of fucking nowhere all the goddamn time. So I guess I'm kind of used to it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I didn't particularly want to, and I didn't. So I achieved that.
Yeah, neither Mira nor I sang at karaoke. And what was interesting to me is that the only person who got any shit for not singing was me.
Yeah. Yep. I was seated across from him, like we said, and I was just texting him, sing a song, pick a song. What song are you going to pick? Have you picked a song? We're going to pick a Billy Joel song and force you to sing it. Just over and over and over again. Melissa kept going up to you and saying, what song are you going to pick? Where's your song? Which one's your song?
I was in the queue. I finally did pick a song. It was really nerve-wracking for me to try to decide what to sing. Yeah, because I wanted it to be funny, but I also wanted it to be something that I could actually like potentially do a decent job of singing. And I went back and forth, and then people were hazing me, and Gene Morgan's wife Jenny was like, "Pick a fucking song!" like screaming in my ear. It's like rattling me, and I picked that song "Just Once" by James Ingram.
What song is that?
Where he's like, "Just once. Can we finally find a way to make it right?" It's like an old 80s like soul song.
Yeah,
you would know
vaguely
it.
Rings a bell.
And I was like, I was gonna maybe try to give that a shot, but then the party kind of wound down, and I never my song never got to the front of the queue.
Yeah, I was basically just like encouraging everybody to like bully Brad into singing a song as a way to distract from the fact that I wasn't singing a song. Like I just kept being like, Melissa, like Brad hasn't picked a song yet. Like, look, he hasn't picked a song yet. Can you go ask him what song he's gonna pick? Texting and fucking telling Gene and Jenny, like, Brad hasn't picked a song. Like, is Brad gonna sing? Like, and it totally worked. Nobody even asked me once, like, when are you gonna sing, Mira, at all?
Yeah, Melissa was giving me shit the day after.
I didn't hear a word, nothing. I was sitting next to Nikki, Melissa's husband, and like when the edible kicked in, I swear it was like the moment like the fucking edible that we took kicked in. Melissa was like, Nikki, like, are you gonna sing? And he's like, I don't know. And then we're like scrolling through, like looking at his phone, and like Nikki sees this song called "Do It Till You're Satisfied." It's like some like disco song. I don't even know. And he kind of like accidentally clicks it, and then Melissa. I don't know why I was like an agent of chaos at this party. I was like, Melissa, put "Do It Till You're Satisfied" at the top. So she moved it all the way to the top. And then she was like, Nikki, you have to go up. And this song, if you haven't heard it, it goes, this is how the whole song goes. It goes, do it till you're satisfied. Over and over and over and over. And that's like the only lyric in the whole song. And so Nikki's up there, and like by the like 25th time he's saying it, he's just like, the song only has one lyric. Do it. Do it. All right, I can't keep singing the song. Do it till you're satisfied. There's only one lyric. Here we go. And then eventually she just kind of like gave up the microphone and they had to keep going. I was cracking the fuck up just watching him fucking flounder up there so high.
Yeah. It's like a 15-minute song.
Yeah, it just kept going. It was like such a long song. I can't believe that song even like exists.
I thought about doing you were threatening me with Billy Joel, and I was like, should I sing like scenes from an Italian restaurant?
Uptown Girl. I was like, Brad needs to sing Uptown Girl. That is what I want to see desperately.
Yeah. For some reason, it's like super enticing to people, is to see me humiliate myself at karaoke. It's like the entertainment that everybody, like, for some reason was just like dying for.
And yet nobody wanted to see me humiliate myself. Am I less funny when I humiliate myself? It's like I'm almost offended.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other thing too is I did not drink any alcohol. And the last time, because this is the second time I've done karaoke with Melissa.
Sober karaoke, Melissa's brave for that one. That's like not something that any normal person does.
She loves it. She loves karaoke.
She is bold, man. Like her ability to hang out with people in a setting where like normally you would never do it sober is like impressive as hell. Melissa's sober, for those who don't know.
Yeah, Melissa doesn't drink. Gene Morgan also loves karaoke.
Yeah, he does. One of my other favorite performances was the very last song. Literally, like Jenny and I were going around the karaoke room cleaning up. Everybody was gone, and Gene was just singing, what was it? Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer. Kiss me beneath the milky twilight. I was like just by himself, just fucking crooning. I was dying.
Yeah. I mean, some people really get into it. And I got to say, so not drinking affected my ability to get up there. I was like too timid, and I was also tired. I'd been working all day. I was just like, I don't know if I can get up and perform in front of these people, many of whom I don't even know. I'm not a good singer. Like I was in my head about it too much.
Yeah, you got to get a little loose for that. You got to like have a little drink or something.
I had nothing. I was just raw dogging karaoke. And the other thing too is I couldn't stop thinking about how it was warm in that room. There was no ventilation, and it smelled like BO. And I was like, I think I'm going to get like sick. There's got to be like,
I was having the same thought.
I think everybody was like secretly just going, we're all getting fucking COVID in this room right now. And
like, do you remember like in the early COVID days when there was that picture of it was like a animated, like shitty animation of like two dudes just like getting particles all over each other. Like one has blue particles and one has red particles, and they're just spraying particles. That's what I was imagining the whole time.
Yeah. So I was just like, okay. I think I was kind of like, I was in a state of kind of like morbid reflection where I was like, there's no escape.
Morbid reflection.
Yeah. I was like, I've come to this party. I'm in this room. There's no escape. I can't just like get up and leave.
Yeah, right. It's like everybody can see when you're leaving too. It's like a pretty small room. Like it's and like everybody again is in a circle, so you can like see exactly what everyone's doing. I was the performance I was most amazed at was there was this one guy who did a song and then immediately left afterwards, and we were looking, and it was Welcome to the Jungle, and we could see it was on the queue, and it kept almost coming up. It was like, okay, we're like 3 way, and like Melissa and I were like, who the fuck is singing Welcome to the Jungle? We were praying that it was you, Brad, but unfortunately it was not. We were like guessing who's singing Welcome to the Jungle. Is it Gene? What is it? And then this guy gets up there. He's this very flamboyant gay man who's very stylish. And just, I was like, oh God, what is he going to, is it going to be funny? Is it going to be terrible? Like, what is it? Nails it. Does like so well. The best Welcome to the Jungle like I've like ever heard. I was like, holy fucking shit. Like I was like floored. I was so impressed.
Yeah, Axl Rose's voice is not an easy one to replicate.
No, not at all. And he even did that part that's like, no, knees. Like he did it perfectly.
Well, but that big long howl at the beginning where, that high note, I was like, holy shit, he really could do it. So
he just came right in with that high note immediately. It was like shocking, genuinely. So like, shout out to that guy. Whoever you are, you're great at karaoke. That was incredible. I'm so impressed. And I hope none of us are sick.
Yeah. By the way, do you know that there's a sign in that place? Because this karaoke bar is like in a mall downtown.
It's like a Japanese or like a Korean Japanese mall. Yeah. In like Skid Row.
Yeah. I mean, just like a random location. And you go into this mall, there's like a cop outside, like checking IDs. And then there's a sign on the wall or somewhere that basically says, if you have sex in the karaoke room, you get fined like $300.
And I thought this was a free country. I mean, that honestly, considering like the price of like hotels or whatever, like, I mean, you can just pay $300 to fuck in the karaoke room. That's not too bad.
I think people have. You can kind of smell it in there. That was part of what was grossing me out. I was like, people have had sex on this bench. I'm sitting here breathing in like God knows what.
My God, Jesus. I mean, these karaoke rooms are not like super private either. There's like a big ass window on the door. You can see right in. Like it would be incredibly bold to fuck in the karaoke room. That would be like a level of bravery that I actually respect. In fact, I think people should be allowed to fuck in the karaoke room. I'm going all the way around on it. I think that it's I think it's a bad thing that it's banned, and I think that they should be allowed to. I mean, they're paying for the karaoke room. Let them do what they want.
Like, you think like couples, like just like a couple on a date would go to karaoke and just sing to each other?
Can you imagine? Imagine going on like a first date with somebody and they're like, all right, I've got a great plan. Like, it's going to be amazing. And then you show up and you're just alone in a karaoke room for like 2 hours with some dude.
Yeah, that would be a very like intense dynamic. Especially, I mean, I guess if he could sing, it might be charming, but
no, I feel like it would almost be worse. Like, you're just like, okay, you just want me to sit here and like listen to you sing? Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it would almost be like funny if he was really, really terrible. Then you could be like, okay, he's doing it for the bit. That's kind of funny. Like, but like, if he's like really good, then it's just like, oh God, he just wants to perform for anybody. Like, that's a fucking nightmare.
Like, I always thought, because the first time I ever went to karaoke was this, like the first time that Melissa did this. I've only been twice in my life. Both times were like in the last few months. And like, I thought that a karaoke bar was just like a bar with a stage and people just took turns going up there and singing.
Sometimes it is.
Okay, because like this is like a private thing where you're just in a room with your friends.
Yeah. Like, they do have some karaoke bars that have like a stage, but it's like, I think this is the kind of thing for people who like don't want to like get up in front of a crowd. Like, you just want to like sing with your friends or whatever. It's like I think it's like something that like kind of came here from like Korea or like Asian countries, because they like are much bigger on karaoke, and it's like a pretty common thing, I guess, to like get a karaoke room like after dinner or whatever.
After a meal?
Yeah, like you like have a meal and then it's like, oh, instead of like going to the club or whatever, you like get a karaoke room. But I mean, there are still places, yeah, you fuck in the karaoke room. It's really common. One guy sings and then other two people fuck. It's just a guy singing to you while you fuck.
Yeah, just right on a bench.
Jesus Christ, it's like filthy and like unair conditioned. You're just like fucking on a bench while some old man sings "Kiss Me" by Sixpence None the Richer at you.
Yeah, like out of tune. So I think actually, considering the lack of ventilation in this room, the possibility of sexually transmitted disease, like crawling around on the benches that we were sitting on, it would be an opportunity for us to, for the first time ever, do a segment on this show called Are Brad and Mira Dying?
There was no ventilation in the karaoke bar. I had to disinfect myself when I got to my car. It smelled just like a church camp, and everyone was trying. And Mira said she wondered if the two of us were dying.
All right, Brad, what's the verdict? Are we dying?
Well, I think we should kind of game this out. This was a couple of days ago that this karaoke happened, and I've been kind of monitoring myself, and I feel like we would be symptomatic by now if something was in our system, right?
I feel like yes, right? Like that's like, I mean, it would be either like today or tomorrow. And like we are recording this in like the afternoon, so it's possible that we'll start feeling sick in the evening. Yeah, maybe we're like testing fate to say that we're not dying.
All right, so I'm ready to issue a verdict.
All right, let's hear it, Brad. Drum roll, please.
I'm going to say maybe. This is a maybe. We might be dying. I think we have to be cautious and accept the fact that the onset of symptoms could begin at any moment. It might happen during this recording.
It might happen during this recording. You never know. If you feel like you can pinpoint the onset of sickness symptoms in this recording, please email us with a timestamp and let us know. And we will keep you posted on the status of our existence.
So speaking of like, speaking of filthy and
speaking of filth and dying.
Yeah, speaking of filth and dying, I was reading about Burning Man. The Burning Man festival, I think, just wrapped up on Labor Day, right? It ends on Labor Day.
Yeah.
Everybody goes home on Labor Day. But there was a murder at Burning Man this year, which I feel like would be of interest to you since you love murder content.
Yeah, this shit is going to be a Netflix documentary in under a year.
That's the over-under?
Like,
is it 1 year?
I mean, I'm going to say 1 year or less. What do you think?
I'll take the over. I think it'll be a while. They'll need to gather information and interview people. They might want to like record at Burning Man next year so they can have like Playa footage.
Playa footage.
But this is what I was thinking when I read this story. It was like, to the best of my knowledge, this is the first murder that I've ever read about happening at Burning Man. And that seemed surprising to me. Like, I feel like there would be lots of murders at Burning Man.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Like, it does seem like kind of a perfect place to go if you're a murderer wanting to do some murders. Like, it's very dusty, kind of like Dust Bowl vibe. Can't even like see what the fuck is going on around you. Like, everybody's high. it seems perfect.
Yeah, I mean, just like it's dirty, it's hot, it's windy. It starts to rain all of a sudden, and the mud gets like ridiculous. Like the
body would bury itself.
And
easy.
Yeah, and also just like people should be like, I feel like people are agitated. It's like in like in Do the Right Thing. It's like the hottest summer in the history of New York City, and everyone's tempers are flaring.
Everyone's upset.
Yeah, I just feel like people would be in a violent temper.
I mean, if I were at Burning Man, I would certainly be in a violent temper. I can tell you that much. That shit is it seems like a nightmare. I can really understand why somebody would commit a murder out there, of all places that one would commit a murder. Makes a lot of sense.
By the way, in an effort to crack down on crime, Donald Trump has announced that he's going to be sending the National Guard to Burning Man next year.
They're going to be deporting a record number of 20-something Silicon Valley people wearing goggles and Native American headdresses.
I feel like Trump should go to Burning Man.
You think Trump should go to Burning Man? I feel like that would really just be the end. And in that sense, yeah, I do think you should go to Burning Man.
Just land Air Force One on the Playa.
Can you imagine him surviving Burning Man? I cannot imagine him like not dying at Burning Man. Like, period.
It's where he deserves to die, just out there on the hard desert earth of like wasteland Nevada.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Somewhere where it's like both dusty and muddy at the same time. Finding him in a pool of blood. So I believe we have an Angry Adam.
Oh.
For this week, which again, neither Brad nor I have listened to. We'll be listening to this for the first time with you, our lovely listeners. Let's check it out.
Hey guys, it's Angry Adam. Mira, this one's for you. I cannot fucking stand hearing about Taylor Swift anymore. I can't even begin to tell you how little anyone, over the age of 25 or with an IQ of more than 40 gives a shit about her. I mean, she's not a bad person. She seems like a lovely, rich, young, great Christian, but it's so weird that you're so into her because she looks like she crochets her pubic hair at night. There's nothing there. I wish you would get into devil worshiping or sniffing glue or something that would kind of make me think better of you than being into that weird Mormon Cupid doll. But look, we all can't be perfect. Just ask Brad, and that's it. So let's dial that fucking Taylor Swift timer down to 30 seconds a show. Okay, guys, I love you. This is your era, Mira, to make better decisions. I think that's where we're gonna land. Okay, bye.
So, very fair, and that is a critique that I've heard many a time. Now, a couple of things I would like to say here. One is that nobody over the age of 25 cares. I'm 33 for the record. All right. So I'm already aged far out of the Taylor Swift demographic and I still care. Secondly, I would
Wait,
like to say,
how old is Taylor?
Like 36 or something like that. Like I think she's like 3 or 4 years older than me. So, you know. And then I also would like to say, crocheting my pubic hair, that sounds like something that I would absolutely do. That is just 100%. That is like the most like Mira coded thing that anybody's almost ever said. So just get to know me, Angry Adam. All right. If you're thinking that I am a 33-year-old Taylor Swift fan who crochets her pubic hair, you are correct. I would also like to say, in terms of devil worshipping, my parents, my mother and my father, biological, were married by a satanic priest. So if we're going to talk about devil worshipping, I have photos, I have evidence, I got proof. All right. So my mother was pregnant with me while being married to my father by a satanic priest. And yes, they did get divorced in a very acrimonious manner. Also, I would like to say, yeah, I like Taylor Swift. Yeah, that's cringe. I'm cringe, but I'm free. Can you say the same, Angry Adam?
Wait a minute, you're cringe, but you're free? What does that even mean?
I'm cringe, but I'm free. Look, I might like embarrassing shit, but that's because I'm free. I don't care what other people think. I like what I like. I'm not hemmed in by society's expectations about what the daughter of a Satanist and a punk musician or whatever should be. This is my way of rebelling against deeply Gen X parents who really only listen to like Led Zeppelin and shit like that. And I have many very esoteric interests in addition to Taylor Swift, and all of them are garbage trash.
Well, I was going to say, I feel like devil worship and Taylor Swift fandom don't necessarily have to be mutually exclusive. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like you're into devil worship and Taylor Swift.
I mean, hello, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you think those things can't happen at once? You think that I can't be a Satan worshiper who is over 25 and into Taylor Swift and crochets my pubic hair? Bitch, I can be anything I want to be. All right. I'm a strong, independent woman and I can do almost anything besides like keep myself alive. But that's like another thing entirely.
You contain multitudes.
That's right. I contain multitudes, Angry Adam. You gotta learn about me. Learn about me, Adam. You'll figure some things out. And hey, you know what? Maybe, Angry Adam, you shouldn't let society's definition of what's cool define you. Maybe it's hemming you in a little bit, you know? Or maybe I'm just trying to make you angry so we get an angrier message next time.
I think Angry Adam is really into like the dead Kennedys.
Yeah, see? He's just like my fucking parents with a special Gen X music taste. And like, let me say, Angry Adam, I think that your musical taste, I'm going to argue, even though I don't know what bands you actually like, is just as embarrassing, if not more embarrassing than mine. That is what I challenge you, Angry Adam, and I challenge you to prove me wrong.
Well, we have a lot of celebrity news to cover, and I think we're going to start off with a Sydney Sweeney story.
Oh, our favorite, a Sydney Sweeney story.
She's back.
The bitch is back. So, we do have a Sydney Sweeney story. She seems to be like just speed running, ruining her life. So Sydney Sweeney is now dating Scooter Braun. For those of you who don't know, Scooter Braun is famous for, I guess, first being Justin Bieber's manager, but mainly for stealing Taylor Swift's masters and initiating her whole re-recording process. So he's like universally hated. Everyone hates this fucking guy. Nobody likes Scooter Braun, like not even in the music industry. He's like a fucking pariah. And Sydney Sweeney is dating him. Now, it makes perfect sense to me that these two would be dating. They both seem pretty insufferable, but like, Jesus Christ, like your career, girl, like what the fuck?
She can't stop herself.
She can't stop herself.
When you said the word pariah, the first thing that flashed into my mind was Pariah Carey.
Pariah Carey, that would be a really good drag name.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like he's a pariah. She's sort of like pariah adjacent. She's flirting with pariahdom, you know?
Yeah, in the process of becoming a pariah.
And that there's like some sort of like mutual recognition. They see themselves in one another, probably.
Yeah, the pariah in me sees the pariah in you.
What happens when two pariahs meet and
no,
couple?
among among like a million different things, just like the fact that she like did like a white supremacist commercial and then like Scooter Braun's like, yeah, I'm gonna date this person. But also just like Scooter Braun is ugly. He's an ugly dude. He's not attractive. Like not even like, not just by like celebrity standards of ugly. Like he's just not a good looking man. Like period.
Sydney Sweeney is like so like such a bombshell. She's kind of like the Marilyn Monroe of our day with like the body and the boobs and the blonde and the whole thing. I mean, if she's not, I don't know who it would be.
Yeah. I mean,
and
yeah.
I feel like she should be dating hotter people. She's always dating these guys who are like really not nearly hot enough for her.
It's weird that she's like dating these dudes who are so fucking butt ugly. Like I mean, in a sense, I guess like the fact that she's into ugly dudes is like maybe one of the only like truly relatable things about her. Like at least like she's like, I don't know, it like makes her human somehow. Like she's got a quirk. Like, okay, she like has a thing for ugly dudes, I guess.
You know, just as a sidebar, I was reading when I was getting ready for the show, I read some story in the tabloids about Miley Cyrus's mom, like encouraging Miley to date like hot, like super hot guys and to like choose hotness over like personality and like character.
Wow. That's quite the advice to give your daughter as a mother. I mean, she just wants attractive grandkids. She's like, don't give me uggos. Like I want like cute grandkids.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand like just wanting to like, you're a Hollywood person. You're just breeding for like the future Hollywood people.
And fucking Sydney Sweeney chooses Scooter Braun. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, of all the people, that, like, balding Zionist motherfucker, just nightmare. What do you think that their, like, couple name would be?
I mean, it would have to be a combination of their names, right?
Yeah, like, Sweeney?
Scooney. Like Scooney.
Scooney. McSqueenies.
Ugh. It can't be real.
It'd be the weirdest PR relationship, though. Like, it's not good PR.
No. I mean, she's definitely not getting an invite to Taylor and Travis's wedding. Like,
certainly not.
She got the Bezos invite, and she just ruined her chances at a Taylor and Travis invite.
And it's like ever since she's just been like, like speed running the end of her career. I don't understand it. It's like her and Katy Perry are just in a competition to see like who can ruin their lives faster and more effectively.
I think there is kind of a domino effect when it comes to bad decision making. Like you make a bad decision and there's like this big PR fallout and you get sort of panicky because you're a public person and there's all this blowback. But then in addition to the panic, you get a little bit angry because you don't like feeling judged. Mm-hmm. You went from being everybody's sweetheart to being suddenly like everybody's pariah. And so then you resent the whole thing. And then
you almost lean into being a bad guy.
Yeah. Then you sort of like you're like, fuck it, I'll be the villain. I don't care. And then you start dating Scooter Braun. You make like an American Eagle, like eugenics ad. And then you buy this big tacky ass mansion in Florida. Like, have you seen this house that Sydney Sweeney bought? I
mean, I think that house is like worse than the eugenics ad, worse than voting for Trump, worse than the MAGA birthday party, worse than dating Scooter Braun. It's just the fact that she bought that mansion in Palm Beach. Like, what the fuck, dude? It is so fucking tacky. It is so tacky. And not even tacky in like an interesting, like Trumpy way. It's just tacky.
Yeah, there's not like any gold like leaf, you know.
Yeah, it's not gaudy even. It's just fucking tacky. Like, I mean, I don't know. At this point, like, I feel like Sydney Sweeney is like doing her best to try to top Katy Perry in terms of bad PR, but I don't know how you top killing a nun. That's the thing. Is like Sydney Sweeney can be like eugenics, yes, you know, dating Scooter Braun, yes, terrible house in Florida, yes, MAGA, yes. She didn't kill a nun.
That's right.
You know, that really kind of like colors the way that you look at somebody.
Yeah, like Sydney's like down in Florida, like sitting poolside, just like puzzling over how to possibly top killing a nun.
She's like, could I somehow kill the Pope and not get in trouble for it?
She's gonna get a breast reduction. That'll be it. That'll be her big play.
Like, I think that would honestly do it. I think if she got a breast reduction surgery, that would be like, okay, yeah, she's doing worse than Katy Perry killing a nun.
She would own the internet for like a month if she got a breast reduction, like shaved her head.
There would be like memorials like along the side of the road. Like people would like leave like flowers and like little like bits of like fucking, I don't know, bras and things like that, like in these little like like when Princess Diana died, like all around the castle, the fucking castle, Windsor, I guess it is castle. Like it would just like be a nation mourning.
Elton John would sing a special edition of Candle in the Wind for Sydney Sweeney's boobs.
It's just a titty in the wind.
She should get her breasts reduced. She should shave her head, and then she should dump Scooter Braun. Like, this is how she defeats Katy Perry for the bad publicity title: is she gets a breast reduction, she shaves her head, she dumps Scooter Braun, and she starts dating Kid Rock.
She gets even like somehow she's doing like both at the same time, where she's getting very lip and like, you know, shaving her head and like getting a breast reduction. But then she's also going very hard right and dating Kid Rock. She's just playing both sides, trying to see which one works best.
But the thing is that if she got a breast reduction, it would cause a rupture with MAGA. Like, it would be the end. Like, they would freak out, and then they would think that she'd somehow betrayed her, you know, betrayed them, which might then cause Sydney Sweeney to pivot hard left.
Right, exactly. Like, then, like, she wouldn't be dating Kid Rock. She'd be dating, like Greta Thunberg. Like, she'd be, like, on a flotilla to Gaza.
Yeah, she'd shave her head. She'd look like Kathy Acker. She'd have, like...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that would be, like... That's the kind of future that I actually want for her.
Start wearing, like, Dickies and, like, a carabiner.
It's time, Sydney. Sell that house in Florida. First thing you got to do is sell that house in Florida.
Yeah, sell the house in Florida. She can keep like doing that classic cars thing that she does where she like refurbishes classic cars. That's very lesbian. That's totally fine. That's like, she can definitely keep doing that. That's like vaguely left-wing coded, kind of. That'll do. But everything else is going to have to change. No Florida. She's going to have to move to California. She's going to have to live in like Ojai or something like that. Breast reduction, like... Maybe she has to get like into like psychedelics, like psilocybin, you know, like in a really white people way.
I think it's part of the solution. I don't think it's like the solution, but I do. When I think about like the state of America, I just think that right wingers in particular, if you're a right winger and you're listening, I just cannot emphasize enough how important it is for you to take like 5 dry grams of psilocybin mushrooms.
Yes, the biggest dose of mushrooms that you can fathom. Like, just fucking dose it so hard, have no plans. Maybe be like going to work when you do it or something like that. Something really stressful. And like, if you have a family history of mental illness, take twice as much.
And go to a Kid Rock show. Those are wonderful psychedelic experiences.
And like, go to a Kid Rock show like in August when it's really hot. And then be sure to like get in the crowd and like get as close to the barrier as you can. So you're like really smushed in between people, and don't bring any water and don't pee beforehand.
Alternately, if you don't have the ability to see Kid Rock live, you could go to karaoke and
that's right.
Shroom in an enclosed space.
That's right. Yeah, you can go to karaoke. You could put like the cop outside the door with a gun so you can't leave. You could go to the Sphere. I feel like that would be like a good way to really get one-shotted. Just fucking like see Bono at the Sphere and like take like as much mushrooms as you possibly can. See what happens.
Just see what happens. That's it. It's an experiment.
Just a fun experiment. So our next story, and Angry Adam, this one's for you, is on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce once again. And I'm smashing the Taylor timer. The Taylor timer is smashed. The Taylor timer is broken. The Taylor timer is... The sand in the hourglass is all over my floor, and it's never coming back, my friend. We are talking about Taylor Swift for the next 4 hours. So we're talking about the details of Taylor Swift's engagement to football player Travis Kelce, whose face I'm already kind of tired of looking at. Taylor's face, though, I'll never get tired of. So I guess Travis's dad, Ed Kelce, who just has the biggest mouth in the world and just like cannot stop yapping to the press, talked to the press all about their engagement and just said a bunch of shit about it. So they did the engagement right after the podcast. They were filming the podcast, and I guess as they were filming the podcast, there was like a crew that was hired to make the like magical garden thing while they were filming. And then he was like, let's go out to dinner. And then when they like went outside to have a glass of wine before dinner, he proposed. So my question is, do you think the podcast and podcasting in general is an aphrodisiac?
100%.
It is, right? I think it's like one of like the sexiest careers you can have.
I hear it all the time. The emails that I get are like very over the top, and I'm not surprised in the least that that the engagement happened after the taping of what is it called? New Heights?
New Heights. That's I mean, it happens all the time. In fact, Brad, every single time we record, he gets out of the recording, he walks inside and he proposes to his wife, and his wife says, "Brad, we've been married for a long time. You've done this 50 times already. Do I need to call the hospital?" And Brad says, "No, but I think this time she might end up doing it. She might call the hospital."
I'm just overcome.
He's just overcome. He's bought her so many rings that they're deep in debt. It's a serious problem. So, this is clearly something that podcasters do. It's kind of instinctual.
Do you think that anyone has ever had sex while listening to our show?
And do you think that they're divorced now if they have? I'm going to say yes.
There's got to be at least one couple out there that's had this show on in the background. Things have just gotten out of hand.
If you have ever had our show on in the background while you are fucking, and I'm very afraid to say this, but please email us at letters@otherppl.com and let us know how that happened and how it ended up. My money is that it did not end up well for your relationship, and for that, I do apologize sincerely. I would have told you not to fuck to our podcast had you asked me for advice.
I feel like it's better than fucking at karaoke, though, because at least you're in your own space.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, it's better than fucking a karaoke if there's a third person singing karaoke to you, but it's worse than fucking a karaoke just with one other person. So among the people who've congratulated Taylor Swift are many, but notably not Blake Lively. And I do want to just quickly review what she did.
And wait. We have confirmation. It's official that Blake Lively has not. She hasn't like sent a text or anything.
I mean, not that we know of. We have like what their people are leaking to the press. Streets are saying that there has been no text, nothing from Blake Lively at all. Which, they've been very close friends for a long time. So that's really saying something about the state of their relationship. So for those of you who don't remember what happened between Blake Lively and Taylor Swift, we covered it on previous episodes, but just to quickly go over it once again, because when we went over it right before this episode, I was like, I'd kind of almost forgotten. And then I was like, holy shit. So when Blake Lively was, and I guess she still is, in this lawsuit with Justin Baldoni, she sent a text to Justin Baldoni that that said that Taylor Swift was essentially, she referred to Swift as one of her quote unquote dragons to help protect her interest, which was a reference to Game of Thrones and Khaleesi, who has all of these dragons as pets. So essentially referring to Taylor Swift as like her pet that she could, stick on Justin Baldoni at any point in time, which like, even if you're not Taylor Swift, is a pretty weirdly offensive thing to say, like for anyone.
Yeah, I kind of get it on a human level. She's trying to sort of threaten this guy, and she's like feeling anxious and pulling out all the stops, and just decides to leverage like her famous friend's cultural power.
I mean, like the least forgivable part of all of it to me is just referencing Game of Thrones in the year 2024. Like, Jesus Christ, like come up with a better fucking reference. Like that is just dated. Like we all know what the fucking Queen of Dragons did. She ended up fucking murdering everybody. Like let's come up with something else.
What she should have done is she should have been like, listen, I'm Han Solo. Taylor is my Wookiee.
I'm Harry Potter. Taylor Swift is my house elf Dobby.
That's right. I'm gonna send my house elf after you if you don't back off.
I will not give her a sock to free her like Harry did. She will be my house elf forever, and she's gonna fucking get your ass if you don't back off.
I gotta say, like, I can't even tell you how many times I've tried to read about this conflict between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. I don't know what the fuck is going on any better now than I did when I first started. It's the most confusing celebrity story of all time. I don't know why it started.
I don't know what is going on with it, like literally ever. It is so confusing. I consider myself like something of a master of like being able to decipher what is going on and even complicated celebrity stories, and like cannot figure it out. It is like the Finnegan's Wake of celebrity stories.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what the fuck is going on.
No. Everybody talks about it, but nobody knows what the fuck is even happening.
Yeah,
And,
everybody talks about it, but nobody actually understands it. And if somebody claims to understand it, they're lying. And the same goes for Finnegan's Wake.
So, what I want to know, too, is like, what is Ryan Reynolds thinking as all of this is going on? Because he's married to Blake Lively and is privy to all this.
I mean,
and he can't be loving the publicity hit because she's taken, I think, a pretty big hit, right? She's kind of looked at as like the bad girl.
Yeah, she's kind of like taken a really, really big hit, and she's been fighting back, but like only so effectively. I mean, if I try to think about like what is Ryan Reynolds like actually like at home, or like what is his opinion on anything, like I kind of just imagine that he goes home and just powers down like a robot, like just kind of just goes like and then just like it's done, and then powers back up when he has to film Deadpool again or whatever.
Just walks out. He's always well dressed. I feel like he's always looks kind of sporty, and
yeah. I mean, like it's probably just like his stylist like dressing him while he's in his like powered down mode, and then like pushing his on button and sending him out the door.
Yeah, he like pulled the string. He just like whoop, all peppy.
He's like, "Hey guys, let's film a commercial for in that wireless company,
Mint Mobile."
Yeah, let's film a Mint Mobile commercial. He's just totally like does not talk or think or anything until he has to film a Mint Mobile commercial, and then he perks right up. He's
made a fortune. He's made way more money doing business deals than he has as an actor.
Yeah, so much more money. It's like all his money is like Deadpool and then these like various business deals that he's done. Like they just seem really interested in having money. Like they don't really seem interested in having like Oscars or any kind of like real acting accolades like in any way besides like, Deadpool. Like I think they just want money and to be loved.
I mean, yeah, it's like it's a disturbing trend in Hollywood. All of these like quote unquote artists who are just like, yeah, I'll take some corporate money and just become a pitch man and do like whiskey commercials or whatever. God. It's like there's no soul in that.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
Yeah, it's depressing. I do feel like we need to like start using the term sellout again. Like I feel like your generation, like Gen X, really like use the term sellout a lot. Like, oh, they're a fucking sellout. Like they're a sellout. And like you don't hear that as much anymore. I think we need to bring it back. We need to start calling people sellouts again. Yeah,
I so agree. I feel like the Gen X kind of had it right. And I feel like the internet occasioned this period of time where it was kind of like the Wild West. Like there was just no bottom. There was just it was like whatever works, anything for attention, basically.
Right. Exactly. The attention economy is just what it is. That's what it's always been. Speaking of the attention economy, see, there you go. Another person to comment on Taylor Swift's engagement, among many, is our president, Donald Trump. So Donald Trump has like weirdly said like a lot of different things about Taylor Swift over the years, like a shitload of things. Now, we'll get into that, but what he said about Taylor Swift's engagement, he said, "I wish them a lot of luck. I think he's a great player. I think he's a great guy, and I think that she's a terrific person. So I wish them a lot of luck." Now, it really seems like he's just completely forgetting like literally everything that he said about her in the past.
Yeah, like didn't he tweet like I hate Taylor Swift like during the election? I remember. I want to say I remember that he basically said like I hate her. Yeah,
so like I have like a bunch of different million different quotes here of stuff that Trump has said about Taylor Swift. So in 2024, when he reacted to her endorsing of Joe Biden or of Kamala Harris rather. Trump said, "I was not a Taylor Swift fan. It was just a question of time. She's a very liberal person. She seems to always endorse a Democrat. She'll probably pay a price for it in the marketplace." And like, yeah, just also he posted a AI image that said Swifties for Trump. Like so he was fucking furious at her about fucking not endorsing him, which like, I don't know how he didn't see that coming. And then in her 2018 documentary, she like posted a post during that documentary against Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee. And Trump, in his response, said, "I like her music probably about 25% less now," which is weird.
Well, but I think like all of this, like he seems like he's obsessed with her. And
Yeah.
I feel like he might be like a super fan.
Yeah, he clearly like follows everything that she does, because like looking all the way back, there's tweets from 2012 of him congratulating her for breaking up with Connor Kennedy, which was a very short-lived relationship, and she was not as famous as she is now back then. So he's clearly like following her very closely.
I mean, she is kind of the platonic ideal that he like holds up as like the perfect woman. She's tall, she's blonde, she's beautiful, and
It's true.
She's marrying a football star. And if you
Yep.
remember, Trump was like desperate to set Ivanka up with Tom Brady back in the day.
Oh, yeah, was he?
Yeah, he's like kind of buddies with Robert Kraft, who owns the New England Patriots. And I think
shit.
Tom Brady's kind of MAGA, I want to say, and has been sort of friendly with Trump through the years. And Trump wanted his daughter to like have Tom Brady's baby so he could have like championship bloodlines.
Oh my fucking God. Jesus Christ. So there's another quote. Here's another quote from Trump during the election about Taylor Swift. This is he clearly just forgot what the fuck he said. So this was in February of 2024. Trump said, "I signed and was responsible for the Music Modernization Act for Taylor Swift and all other musical artists. Joe Biden didn't do anything for Taylor and never will. There's no way she could endorse crooked Joe Biden, the worst and most corrupt president in the history of our country, and be disloyal to the man who made her so much money. Besides that, I like her boyfriend Travis, even though he may be a liberal and probably can't stand me."
Probably. The other thing about Taylor is that if this relationship with Karlie Kloss really did go down the way that you say it did, I mean, that's another thing that Trump would
Connection to the Kushners.
Yeah, and also just like impressed that Taylor's fucking a supermodel. That's like his dream.
True, really true. He's probably like, they're a very attractive couple, very good looking, very tall, blonde, Aryan, the perfect Aryan women.
Do you think that Donald will listen to Life of a Showgirl on his deathbed as he expires?
Like, if he lives that long.
Just picture, he's at Walter Reed, just like, play me Life of a Showgirl.
He's probably just like barely holding out so that he can listen to Life of a Showgirl. He's just like, I just gotta hold out, and I just gotta wait to die until October 3rd, and then I can pass away. He's gonna like, as soon as the album's over, he's gonna be like, all right, time to croak, and then he's gonna be gone.
That'll be the last scene in the eventual biopic about Donald Trump.
As we speak, he might already be dead, as far as I know. I mean, right now we are currently, and after this airs, who knows, maybe he'll be alive or dead, and we, will know or we won't know. But right now it seems like there's kind of a 50-50 chance of him being dead right now as we speak. So if that happened, I'm sorry he didn't get to hear Life of a Showgirl. I think he would have loved it, Trump.
He ordered the vinyl. He ordered the vinyl for sure.
He ordered every special edition vinyl, like all of the different colors, all the opalite special edition Life of a Showgirl vinyl with alternate cover. He owns it.
No question.
Yeah, he's also said, I think she's beautiful. I find her very beautiful. She's liberal. She probably doesn't like Trump. I hear she's very talented. I think she's very beautiful, actually, unusually beautiful. So he's obsessed with her.
He's obsessed. He's in love with Taylor.
It's like, yeah, I mean, he clearly is just, it follows her very, very fucking closely. It follows her closely enough that he knew that in her documentary, she said that Marsha Blackburn was like Trump in a wig, which is the only thing she's ever said publicly about Trump.
Yeah, she loathes him, as she should.
What do you think? What do you think Trump's favorite Taylor Swift song is?
Anti-hero. Right?
Because he identifies with it?
Yeah, he's like, it's me. Many people are saying it's me. I'm the problem.
More and more people are saying I'm the problem. I think it's like better than Revenge, because that's like the most problematic pick of a Taylor Swift song. But like right now, at this moment in history, I think that it's Down Bad is his favorite song.
That'll be the last thing he hears on Earth. It's Down Bad.
Well, if he's currently dead in this moment of us recording this podcast on Tuesday, September 2nd, then the last thing that he said publicly was congratulating Taylor and Travis on their engagement, which is like one of the funniest possible options, I think. Like, just like the very last thing, he's like, congratulations, Taylor and Travis, died.
He's like the most flagrantly unhealthy human being, like in every possible way, like just mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. He's just a wreck.
He is a fucking wreck. And like, he is really looking fucking rough, like in just like the like 2 photos that we've seen in the last couple of days, looking fucking rough. I mean, like, they're speculating, doctors, you know, on Twitter, streets are speculating kidney failure. And like, would that make him like the first person to ever die of kidney failure who doesn't even drink, just dying of kidney failure from straight up soda?
Yeah, like fast food and just Diet Coke killed him.
That's like, I mean, that's impressive, like a medical anomaly to be able to just drink Diet Coke like all the way into kidney failure.
I just can't believe he's still alive at all. Like these boomers, just I want to say Jack Nicholson just turned 90.
Jesus fucking Christ.
He's been like chain smoking his whole life. I think he still smokes. Like some of these people just are indestructible.
I mean, it reminds me of the scene in Twin Peaks, The Return with Donald Trump, with David Lynch and Harry Dean Stanton, and they're just sitting quietly in the back of like a truck and they're smoking. And then Harry Dean Stanton looks over to David Lynch and just says, "I've been smoking for 75 years. And then they both crack up laughing. Like, it's just some fucking people. They're just like unhealthy, drinking, smoking, eating fucking fast food, drinking Diet Coke all day long, and they won't fucking die.
Yeah.
It's like, does the evil just keep them alive? Like, Henry Kissinger lived so fucking long.
I mean, I should say in Jack Nicholson's defense that I don't mean to lump him in with these guys. I was just thinking.
No, he's just old. That's the only thing he has in common with him, is just that he's fucking old.
Yeah, and old and like maybe not taking the best care of his health, and like not really. He's kind of living like a libertine in some ways. But
my real hope, like, I mean, obviously, like, him dying would be very cool, and I do want that. But imagine if, like, before he died, he has to get like a leg amputated, and then he has to be like in a wheelchair, FDR style, with like a blanket over his lap, like won't let anybody film him from the waist down, just has to be filmed from the waist up no matter what. That would be really satisfying.
I mean, he hates disabled people. He's freaked out by it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, he like, you know, not that like Roy Cohn is very good either, but he like disowned Roy Cohn as soon as he got AIDS. Like, Trump was just like, ugh, like, sick person. No, get me away from him. And like, the idea that Trump is just currently behind the scenes, like at Walter Reed at his house, just like getting fucking dialysis, desperately trying to stay alive when his kidneys are just like, fuck you, bro, we're fucking out of here. Fuck this body. This shit's fucked.
Yeah, wonder when the story at some point will be known. I would have to believe it's going to leak.
I believe that he's supposed to be like addressing the nation like right now, is like what they said, that he was going to like address the nation about something like as we're recording this. So I guess we'll see if he is alive, or if it's like a Weekend at Bernie's kind of thing where they put him in sunglasses and like attach some strings to him like a marionette. Just
do you want to know something crazy?
What?
Since the election, I still have not watched one single second of the news.
I mean, you want to know something crazy? If what we're saying is the news is like CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, like probably same, except for maybe clips online. Like,
yeah, I mean, I pick stuff up. I mean, I keep up with what's going on social media a bit, but like I'm just not dialed into like the television, cable news of it all.
I mean, like, I read the news, and like I watch Democracy Now! And I watch other like news shows, but I have never been really one to watch like CNN, MSNBC, whatever. Like, I feel like I can get that information pretty easily elsewhere on twitter.com, the most reliable website on the internet.
Well, it's also so like predictable. Like, there's nothing about like I've picked up all the big stuff. Not one bit of it has been even the least bit surprising.
No, yeah, it's all like it. I have made, if I may say so myself, many correct political predictions over the last decade or so, and every single one has been correct because I am a devout pessimist, and I always have been, and I can't help it. You just come up with the worst case scenario, and it's usually right.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like your generation has just been trained to view things darkly. Like, how could you not? Like, you, like, what were you, like 10 years old when 9/11 happened?
Yeah, like 9.
Yeah. So basically, because I feel like that was really the pivot. Like once 9/11 happened,
Yeah.
it seems like things just started to unravel.
I mean, like my most important development happened during the Iraq War, you know?
Yeah. So no wonder the millennials are, so pessimistic. I don't blame you.
Yeah, I mean, I've been through like 17 once in a lifetime financial collapses. Like every time people are like, oh no, it's going to be another once in a lifetime economic collapse. I'm like, okay, great. That's like, I'm poor anyways. What the fuck? I don't, savings. Oh no, my savings that don't exist are going to be taken away. Oh, what am I going to do? Like this has happened 25 times.
Meanwhile, like I came of age in the 90s and everyone was just like watching Friends. Like this is the truth. You want to know the truth? The like friends of mine graduated college in like the mid 90s and like moved to San Francisco for that first .com boom. And I have friends who like literally became like millionaires within 2 years of getting out of college. I remember distinctly going back to Indiana for like Thanksgiving. You know how on college break you go home and kind of see all your old friends. And I remember running into one of my friends who had kind of taken that ride. And he just had this look on his face like he just won the lottery. He was like, had made like, $4 million.
Jesus.
By the time he was like 24.
Jesus fucking Christ. That does not happen. That does not happen. I don't know anybody who that has happened to even vaguely a little bit at all. Like, even at all. Like, I like have zero savings and like the biggest purchase I've ever made is like recently I bought a Mazda. Like true, like the used Mazda. It's the biggest purchase I've ever made in my entire life. And like, compared to a lot of people I know, I'm well off.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is that there's just this like crazy disparity between people who have a lot and like everybody else.
I mean, all of my friends hear the words economic collapse and they go like, sick, maybe I don't have to pay my student loans anymore. Like that's literally what economic collapse sounds like to us. Okay, well, maybe like all of the debt that I have will be like wiped out. Like maybe like, I won't have to like pay anything back because these lenders will just go out of business anyways and fuck it.
Just like praying for apocalypse at this point.
Yeah, just praying for apocalypse so that like at least your student loans don't matter anymore. And like you're just going to have to like pay people with like, I don't know, gold or whatever the fuck happens during an apocalypse.
Yeah, I just talked to a young poet on the podcast named Sylvia Jones just like a few days ago. Her episode just aired and she was telling me that she's carrying like 180 grand in student loan debt.
Jesus fucking Christ. It's like people literally like, and I straight up didn't go to college because I'm so afraid of debt. That's like, I've got like a just crippling fear of debt. And like, I also couldn't get my loans co-signed by my parents because they also have a crippling fear of debt, I guess. And like, for a really long time, I was like, maybe that wasn't a very good idea. Like, maybe I should have gone to college. And now I'm like, fuck yeah, I didn't go to college. That fucking owns. Like, I don't have any fucking debt from college. That is like huge. At least I can be poor and not have debt from college.
I mean, considering the way you're wired, like you're a creative person and like you have kind of writer brain.
Yeah.
That I can't think of. I mean, it seems like a foolish thing to do to take on like $200K in debt.
Yeah.
To get a degree in creative writing. I mean, not to diminish people who want to learn.
No, you're absolutely right. I think that anyone with a creative writing degree would be like, yeah, he's right.
Yeah, it's just like, I think you made the smart move. I mean, it's like 10 or 15 years ago, I might have questioned it. But then the more you think about it, you're like, oh yeah, what's the point?
Right, exactly. Like I sometimes think like, I'm really hard-headed and argumentative and probably would have been a good lawyer. Like I think that I actually like being a lawyer is something that I probably like, it would probably make me die young because my heart rate would constantly be going up and I'd constantly be like yelling at judges and cops or whatever. But like, I am very good at yelling at authority figures and, being righteously indignant. It makes sense to go to college to do that or to be a doctor or to like whatever, something that you need college for. But like, I'm sorry, it's just not worth $100,000 in debt to like, I don't know, go to the fucking CIA funded Iowa writers workshop. Sorry.
Isn't Kim Kardashian getting her law degree? Didn't she? She's like trying to pass the bar right now. Yeah,
she like is currently, she failed the bar, I think the first time she took it and is like studying for it again, or maybe she's just giving up on it entirely. I kind of don't remember, but she was trying to do the route to become a lawyer. That's like you only need like a couple of community college credits, and then you can like shadow other lawyers and like pass the bar and do it that way without going to law school, which I seriously considered, but I'm not super self-motivated. So that's, I don't know if that's going to happen, folks.
I think our listeners should send us money to try to get Mira to law school.
Yeah, I agree. If law school was free, I'd go. But I certainly am not like self-motivated enough to get myself to pass the bar exam without a professor who will potentially get mad at me. So our next story is one of our absolute favorite topics. And I do wonder if this is a topic that makes Angry Adam angry when we talk about it at length, or if he likes it. Let us know, Angry Adam. I'm curious about your tastes. But our next story is about the Baldwins. We've missed them so much. I'm so glad that they're back in our episodes. I've missed talking about them, hearing about them. I want the show back so badly. I miss it. I really miss it.
And for people listening who are not aware of what Mira is talking about, we did an extensive series, we did a series of episodes recapping the reality show called The Baldwins.
That's right. A reality show centered around the Baldwin family and their many kids. The Baldwin family being Alec Baldwin and his wife, Hilaria Baldwin. Who is...
What network was it on? Was it on like the Learning or TLC? Or
it was TLC. Yeah, that's what it was. It was TLC. And the ratings for it were extremely bad based on a friend of mine who has access to Nielsen ratings and gives them to me for some reason. It was the second worst performing show on the network that season.
I don't understand. I fucking loved it.
I genuinely thought it was great. And like, I'm a reality TV connoisseur. I watch a lot of reality television, and like, I really thought it was good. I was like actually surprised at how good it was as a show. And I'm probably biased if I'm being totally honest, but so our next story is about Hilaria Baldwin, who I guess there is now rumors going around about the way that her kids were born. She has a whole bunch of kids. One of them is publicly via a surrogate. And now people are questioning whether or not all of her kids were born via a secret surrogate. So people are kind of examining pictures of her while she was pregnant, and saying that like her pregnancies looked very different across various pregnancies. Like her like belly is like hanging in a slightly different spot in her different pregnancies, which like it seems like a really insane thing to say, and is probably just a crazy conspiracy theory. Having said that, she looks really fucking good for somebody who's had like 25 kids.
She doesn't look like she's ever had a baby.
Yeah. She doesn't even look like she's 40. Like, she looks like she's my age and has had 0 children. And does Pilates like 25 times a day. So I mean, if I were her, I would be flattered that there is a literal conspiracy theory that I didn't give birth to my children because that's how good I look. But I feel like she probably did give birth to her kids.
I want my wife's vagina to be in pristine condition. I will do anything to preserve the strength and beauty of your birth canal, Hilaria. We will outsource our pregnancies to a working-class woman who is actually Hispanic.
Fuck, I've missed your Baldwin impression. Yeah. Wow, like, you're so funny. Yeah, I cannot, you say, get pregnant because my breast, they will, you say, explode. They will, boom. It will silicone everywhere.
Can you nurse a child while you have breast implants?
I've actually looked into this, of course, because there's something wrong with me. And you can sometimes, if they don't like fuck up the milk ducts. So there's a lot of different milk ducts. So like sometimes they'll like sever some, and then the other ones will like not be as active. And then it's like really hard to breastfeed. It's much harder to breastfeed when you have breast implants. And it depends on the kind of implant and the size of the implant. But like, imagine having implants her size and then your boobs getting bigger. It seems like a hazard, even if it isn't. Like, I mean, like and then like if you can't breastfeed, how do you get the milk out?
You got to bring in a surrogate breastfeeder.
Alec is going to start taking hormones and breastfeeding himself.
We will outsource the breastfeeding.
Alec, they need milk from a real Mexican. I cannot do it. I am not really Hispanic. Alec, they need a real Hispanic milk. The horchata, how you say? I mean, I don't know if I necessarily believe this conspiracy theory that she didn't have the kids, but I do believe in another conspiracy theory, which is that she planted this story herself. This just seems like, why would anyone care enough about, I mean, like, I guess people care about her being like, a fake Hispanic or whatever, but it is a very flattering story to Hilaria Baldwin to say that she has faked all of her pregnancies, because how could she possibly have had all those pregnancies and look as good as she does? And also, they've been out of the news for a minute.
They have 7 kids, right? On the record, 7 kids. There's been like some rumors of an 8th, but no confirmation of that. And we know that the 7th child was a surrogate for sure, because they said it on the reality show.
Yeah, and the kids are 5 months apart, so it would be like she was pregnant at the same time as the surrogate.
So if she did give birth to 6 children, I can say with confidence that there's not a better looking woman who has given birth to 6 children on planet Earth. Like, her body, the way that her body has responded, and then I guess plastic surgery, but like nobody looks better than her after having 6 kids.
I mean, truly, like, I'm trying to like think about like anybody who, I mean, the like youthful glow that woman has after having 6 children and being Alec Baldwin's wife. Let's not forget that part. She's been Alec Baldwin's wife this whole time, and somehow it has not aged her. It's aged Alec. Alec has somehow found, and I think this is why he loves her, somebody who can like defeat him, who can be like more Alec than him. Like, he's like, oh, I'm Alec Baldwin. I'm going to like assault paparazzi and like call my daughter a pig and like shoot somebody in the face or whatever. And Hilaria's like, oh, really? Fucking bet. I'm going to be fake Hispanic. I'm going to release all these rumors about my fucking pregnancy. I am going to get 13 cats, even though I know that cats could possibly kill you. Like, I'm going to have so many kids that you want to die. I'm going to force us to live in a weird Manhattan apartment and sell our Hamptons house, the only place where you feel sane. And guess what? I am going to make the shoes messy. You're going to clean the shoes and I'm purposefully going to fuck them up afterwards. Yeah. Like, he found somebody who he cannot defeat. This woman is undefeated.
Yeah, I love him. I got to say, I miss him. I have affection for him. I hope they have another baby. I mean, just go for it. Just do it.
I miss them, and I have affection for them in the way that I have affection for certain Real Housewives, which is not the same way that I have affection for friends or celebrities who I actually like. It's a different type of affection, but I really do miss them on my screens, like, so much.
Yeah, like, what can we do to get TLC to bring the Baldwins back for like season 2?
Like a change.org petition.
Yeah.
Like, we need to get a petition out there. We need to get their publicists to get them to do something big so that there is more gossip, because this to get the show back on the air, because this like surrogate story is not going to do it. Like, Alec Baldwin is going to have to kill again.
That's right. He's going to have to kill somebody in like an even more horrific manner this time around, just to get things like resuscitated.
Who's he going to kill?
I will assassinate my niece, Hailey Beaver, in a desperate attempt to resurrect my career.
The idea of him assassinating his niece. Oh, Alec, you always said your niece, Hailey Beaver, was very strange, very weird. You never like her very much. Maybe you kill her? We get this show back again, huh, Alec?
I will run her over with my Land Rover.
Nobody will miss her. Even her husband does not like her very much.
By the way, does Justin Bieber ever wear a shirt? Like, is he just done wearing shirts? He's like the new Matthew McConaughey. Like, every time I see him, he's just like high as fuck and like walking into a restaurant without his shirt on.
But like, not the new Matthew McConaughey, because Matthew McConaughey had like, he was like ripped in a way where it's like, okay, you don't wear a shirt. Like, yeah, like Justin Bieber is just skinny. It's not the same.
Yeah, he's got like a heroin chic. He's
it's like you're like Kate Moss.
Out. Yeah, he's like strung out and like tatted up.
Yeah, that's like not like a look that is like good to have your shirt off with. Like, it's just is the boy's a mess. Hailey Bieber also is a mess. I don't know what her deal is. I feel like we should probably do an episode on her at some point, but I need to do a lot of research first.
I want to float a conspiracy theory of my own.
Oh, please.
This just occurred to me that perhaps Alec Baldwin is the murderer who killed someone at Burning Man.
Oh, I like this. This is good. See, even if it's not true, if we spread this rumor, that could be enough to get the show back on the air. Like, let's say like they brought the whole family to Burning Man, right? And Hilaria was like looking around like, okay, like, you know, let's find somebody for you to kill, Alec. And she had her like, you know, like her little steampunk goggles and like her like culturally appropriated Navajo headdress and got feathers, you know, like she's like talking about her spirit animal. And she's like, oh, Alec, this one is on a lot of drugs. You could kill this one very easy. Muy casado.
Hilaria, you are my indigenous queen.
Alec, I am Navajo now. I am praying to the Great Spirit for a Nate baby.
I feel like she would want to go to Burning Man. It does feel kind of Hilaria. She would be interested, and Alec would be like, I'm not going, and then he would go.
He'd go and he'd be so upset the whole time. He'd be like in his polo, his jeans sagging, just walking around, like just hunched over, trying to clean shit up, but he's like in the Dust Bowl.
Yeah, I'm not really a prayer, but I pray that like season 2 of the Baldwins features the entire Baldwin family going to Burning Man.
God, just like all of the kids getting like extremely offensive, like Native American names. Like they all are like praying to the Great Spirit and to the land. I am praying to the gods of rain to help with this, how you say this, dust, so much dust. The gods, the rain gods, we do a dance and they bring the water down, buddy. And you can do your murder, Alec.
This place is filthy. These hippies disgust me.
Alec, I think I found my spirit animal.
I am going to call you Young Beaver.
What the fuck? Young Beaver, like I can't, I'm like putting, the bit is now gone because you just said that. What the fuck is that? Young Beaver? That's like a rap name.
Stands with Beaver.
Beaver, Jesus Christ. Well, you know what, Brad? I'm gonna do something terrible to you, and I am going to end the episode on Young Beaver and remind everybody that you have said the words Young Beaver just now, out of nowhere. Terrifying.
People can clip that and recirculate it on social media.
You could make like a song of him where he's saying Young Beaver and you could auto-tune him. That's right.
Just like repetitively play me saying Young Beaver over and over again. Like make it a dance hit.
That can be the outro of this episode if somebody sends that to us.
Well, this brings us to the end of the road. Another episode of Brad and Mira for the Culture in the books. We are here every Thursday. Thanks for listening. We will be back next week, hopefully.
Bye-bye.